drip pull chlorinator doing this. Starts up, seems to be going okay, no flow, light flashes. After a minute, generating light LED comes on, and you think, oh, excellent, everything's working. But then 10 seconds in, it goes out. Well, if you're having the same problem, I have a fix for you that's under 10 bucks. Stay tuned. So the first thing we're going to do is remove our screws here, and also our salt cell plug, and then we'll get behind the faceplate of this. Okay, now with the cover off, you can see this module here, it's held in by these 4 points, and it has these pins that come through and touch right there. I'm going to go ahead and take that module off. I've already loosened it, so it came off. Most likely it will be on there pretty good. Okay, so you can see we've got our main power coming in over here, and this guy right here is most likely our culprit. You can see it's got some cracks and chips. So we're going to take this unhooked power, we're going to take this board off, and we're going to see about resoldering one of those pieces in. So you can see here, most of these are color coordinated. These wires here, just remember, I had 1 on 1, which is this one, and 1 on 4, which is that one. So I just need to remember that. And then again, all of these wires here that are moving are also color coordinated, clearly marked on the board. Okay, there's actually 2 screws here, one there, one there. And then there's also this flow sensor line. It's kind of like a phone jack, an RJ14, I think is what that one is. So just make sure those are all removed, and then slowly work your way around the board. Okay, now we have the board removed, and you can see right there is the number I Googled, cross-referenced, and found out on Amazon for, I think it was $10 for a set of 2, but it's cracked. On the back, you can see right there your soldering points, so I'm going to heat those up, pull that off. The only thing I say, do be careful of, these are capacitors here, and they will retain a voltage, and if you short across them, those points there, lower, you could get a shock. So definitely advise not doing that. So next up will be a soldering board and to remove that piece. Okay, we're gonna get started again. I have my trusty soldering gun left over from Radio Shack days. I've got a little mat for my board. And then I have this resistor here. Like I said, it's a 2-pack for 10 bucks. So I'm gonna let the soldering gun heat up. And in the meantime, we'll take a closer look at this thing. And yeah, it's got cracks all over here. And cracks up there. So we'll go ahead and let this thing get heated up, and you'll see how we proceed in just a second. All right, so we got our soldering gun all heated up. We're gonna go ahead here and desolder this piece. Okay, so I got that soldered, and you can see the piece literally fell apart. While I was desoldering it. So now, so you still got a part of it left. So that's being held on here. There we go, we got it. So now we're just gonna reverse the process and put the new one in. All right, so I've got my piece here. I'm gonna go ahead and insert it into the holes. Easier said than done. There we go. This is just a little spacer there to keep it off the board. The other one broke, but we should be in pretty good shape the way it is. So now I'm just going to flip this over. I'm going to leave these guys like that to kind of keep them tight to the board. Twist it in just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and solder on the new one. Yeah, I try not to stay there too long to heat up the capacitor. Or it's not a capacitor, it's a thermistor. All right, and now I'm just going to do the same thing on the other one. Okay, I got those soldered. They look reasonably good enough. Main thing is this thing's not going anywhere and it's making good electrical conductivity. So now I'm just going to go ahead and snip off the excess. Go back and just double touch this one up here. That's nice and shiny all the way around, just like the other one. All right, now we're going to go give this a test and put it back on the chlorinator. After we clean up the board a little bit, it's got some cobwebs, and I'm just going to spray it out and make sure everything's good to go. All right, see you in a second. I just want to get a close-up of the item itself. I purchased on Amazon. Okay, we're back here. We're just going to reverse the procedure and put everything back together. See you in a second. So my first step was just to snap these things back on there. Then I'm going to put the screws in, and then I'm going to go ahead and start all the wires. Okay, so I've got all the wires connected back in. And now it's time to put that module back on the front. Now this one you just want to be a little careful because those these little prongs here are very fragile as far as being able to bend. And if they bend, then it'd be very difficult to get it back in. Okay, looks like we made good contact there. So now I'm going to go ahead and put the faceplate on, and we'll give it a go. Okay, here's our test.